Russia's Rubin Design Bureau was the target of a cyber attack. The attack involved an image file with malicious software embedded inside it via a specific tool. There are telltale signs that it was perpetrated by entities linked to the Chinese government. The file could have been used to create a backdoor into the networks at Rubin. The alleged cyber attack only targeted one specific person, a general director at the Rubin Design Bureau. He received a spear phishing email with a malicious RTF rich text format document armed with a Royal Road payload. Viewers may note that Rubin Design Bureau plays a major role when it comes to the development of weapons platforms for the Russian Navy, including submarines. Cybersecurity firm Cybereason first reported on the attack on April 30, 2021, but it's unclear when it was actually carried out. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes how China is waging a silent war against Russia through espionage. Let's get started. This video is sponsored by the free-to-play military vehicle combat game War Thunder. We talk a lot about military vehicles on this channel, but what about trying them out for yourself? In War Thunder, you can choose from more than 1,200 playable vehicles from the 1930s to the 1990s and go to battle on more than 80 theaters of war. You can fly aircraft, helicopters, drive tanks, and command ships of all types and sizes, which have been carefully recreated from their real-world counterparts. It's available as a free download on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One with cross-platform support. So grab your friends and give it a try. All viewers of Defense Updates that register using the link in the description below will also get a free premium tank, aircraft, or ship and 3 days of premium account time as a bonus. The Communist government of China is known for engaging in espionage against the US and other Western nations. Thousands of attacks have been launched in the last 2 decades to steal information about military and non-military projects. For example, there were targeted efforts to acquire info regarding the F-35 Joint Strike Fighter. China obtained more than 50 terabytes of data from US defense and government networks, notably the Joint Strike Fighter stealth radar and engine secrets, through cyber espionage. The NSA, or National Security Agency, estimated that the Chinese had conducted more than 30,000 cyber attacks as part of the massive defense industrial espionage, and that more than 500 attacks were significant. In all, the NSA concluded that the Chinese compromised key components of the F-35. The efforts against Russia are a bit subtle in nature and a little less rampant. The attack on Rubin is particularly notable since China plans to increase the overall size and capabilities of its submarine fleets. It's especially looking to introduce quieter, nuclear-powered ballistic and guided missile submarines. An obvious target will be the Project 955 Borai-class missile submarine, which will be the backbone of Russia's underwater nuclear deterrence going forward. The Borai class was conceived in the later years of the Soviet Union. The class is intended to replace the Delta III, Delta IV, and Typhoon classes in the Russian Navy service. The class is named after the Boreas, the North Wind. The Russian Navy presently has 3 Borai-class submarines in active service, the first of which entered service in 2013. The Borai class is one of the most advanced submarines in the world, and the first boats in the Russian Navy to feature a pump jet propulsion system. This makes it very stealthy. It has a displacement of 24,000 tons when submerged, has a speed of about 20 knots, and can move to depths of over 450 meters. It's reported that the noise level is 5 times lower when compared to the 3rd-generation nuclear-powered Aquila-class submarines, and 2 times lower than that of U.S. Virginia-class submarines. Each can carry 20 RSM-56 Bulava submarine-launched ballistic missiles. Another point of interest would certainly be Poseidon, which is also known as Status 6. The Status 6 is a nuclear-powered and nuclear-armed, unmanned, underwater vehicle being developed by Russia. The torpedo-shaped robotic mini-submarine can travel at speeds of 100 knots. It's about 185 kilometers per hour. It has a range of 6,200 miles, or 10,000 kilometers, and can travel at a maximum depth of 3,280 feet, or 1,000 meters. This underwater drone is perceived to have stealth technology to avoid detection. As per Russian sources, Poseidon is armed with a mammoth 100-megaton warhead. To give viewers a perspective, here's a comparison. Trinity test in New Mexico in July 1945, which ushered in the nuclear age, had a yield of 20 kilotons. Hiroshima's Little Boy bomb had a yield of 13 to 18 kilotons, whereas Nagasaki's Fat Man bomb had a yield of 20 to 22 kilotons of TNT. China has no regard for intellectual property rights. China copies and reverse engineers Russian platforms. It then produces these platforms under different names for domestic use and even international export. Russian state defense conglomerate Rostec accused China of illegally copying a broad range of Russian weaponry and other military hardware. Yevgeny Levadny, Rostec's chief of intellectual property projects, on December 14, 2019, said, "Unauthorized copying of our equipment abroad is a huge problem. There have been 500 such cases over the past 17 years. China alone has copied aircraft engines, Sukhoi planes, deck jets, air defense systems, portable air defense missiles, and analogs of the Pantsir medium-range surface-to-air systems." Not only this, last year, Russia accused one of its leading Arctic researchers of treason, alleging that he gave sensitive information to China. Russian investigators allege that Valery Mitko, president of Arctic Academy of Sciences in St. Petersburg, gave a document containing state secrets to Chinese intelligence in early 2018 at China's Dalian Maritime University, where he was a visiting professor. So there's obviously a large, sinister game plan being formulated by the Chinese regime. Up to February 2014, Russian dependence on China was very low, but things change as US and its allies hit Russia with sanctions. The sanctions have pushed its top companies out of the dollar-based financial system. This has affected the Russian economy adversely. In this situation, Moscow has been forced to maintain close ties with Beijing. China offers the best opportunity for Russia to diversify its trade since it's a massive market. It imports a significant quantity of oil from Russia, apart from weapons. But the situation is slowly unraveling. Things don't look good for Russia. It's important that Moscow reassesses its relationship with Beijing.